All right, we're going to be replacing the fuel pressure sensor on the Volvo 05 Volvo XC90 4.4 V8. I've already changed the sensor out. I'm running through to do it, put everything back together here, take it right back off. You pop your hood. First thing you want to do here is going to be, I have two little clamps. You might have something different. Undo these clamps. Then you got this hose here. This will actually be sitting more down this way, but, you know, for video purposes, this clamp on mine doesn't work. If yours is tight, don't break this plastic piece off. Just break the clamp off, and you can just use a normal clamp. Once these are loose, this whole thing just pulls right off, okay? That's what that looks like, and I just have two clamps like that. Set that up out of the way. Throttle body's right here, okay? This is gonna be your connector right here. To unhook it, you press this tab down, okay? So you're gonna press that tab down and pull it out. Once again, mine's disconnected to make the video easier, but it'll hook up like that. Press the tab, pull it out, away you go. Now, my bolts are all messed up on this. You should have 2 studs and 2 bolts. 2 studs at the top, 2 bolts at the bottom. They should all be a 10 nut on the top and 10 bolts on the bottom. I had to go and find bolts to make work. One's a 10 and 2 are 8s. Because the guy had broken the 2 off in here and just rigged this up. So watch their video on that for that. But then you just basically take those off. The throttle body here will slide right off, right up out of the way. Now, this here is your sensor. These 2 bolts don't touch, okay? If you look in there, I wonder if I can get my camera here enough to show it. Okay, this right here is a 10mm bolt, and then there's your connector back there, okay? Before you do anything, you take off this here cap. This is your Schrader valve for the fuel rail. You gotta drain this out. It's gonna pour out tons of gas. This is the most important step. I took paper towel, I folded up about 6 sheets, and I shoved it up underneath all this. Then I took a pick, pushed it in there, let all the fuel drain out. Now, I had to do this about 5 times before it was empty, okay? If you don't do that and you go to pull this out, it's gonna blow up gas all over the place at you. So, drain it out first, take your cap, put it back on. If you lose your cap, for the love of Pete's sake, go find one and then replace it. Don't just leave it open like this. I hate when people do that. It pisses me off. And quite honestly, it makes you look like a hack, and we don't do shit like that around here. So if you lose your Schrader valve cap, they sell them at freaking Walmart for like 20 cents. So go buy one, or 10 or 15, put it back on, okay? Then you need a 10 wrench to take this off. Now, again, let me see if I can zoom in here on this. You need a 10 wrench, and what you do is you just wrench this out, okay? Once you wrench it out, and that's off, you have to do this kind of very gently. Take a flat plate screwdriver, okay? Now, I wonder if I can get in there to, okay. Come on, focus. Yeah. Come on, focus, camera. Let's see if I get the camera in here better. Okay, so where I'm pointing my screwdriver at right here, that is not wanting to focus, but there is a connector you gotta lift up on this thing here. You see you can lift up on it? Lift up on that and gently push back on all 4, okay? And then that will release this tab. Now mine is plugged in, obviously, but you lift up on that tab, push this connector out of the way. Gently, do not break the tab off. Just lift it up and push the connector off, okay? Then you take your screwdriver, you're gonna pry gently up like this, and then up like this, okay? Let me zoom back on here, sorry. And you wanna go back and forth gently, okay? You don't really wanna be breaking pieces of this off. If it gets stuck down in your fuel system, that's gonna cause issues. And then once you get that out, look down in there and make sure there's nothing that fell in there, okay? And then once you get anything that's cleaned off, take a paper towel, wipe this plate off. The new one make sure you put some kind of lubrication on the O-ring on. There's a little O-ring around it. I just use some brake grease, a very little amount. Make sure you line up your hole the best that you can, and then push it down evenly with your thumbs like this on both sides until it goes in, and then you should be able to turn it to line up your bolt. Anti-seize your bolt, because if you have the aftermarket design like I do, this is not plastic. This is actually stainless or aluminum with a mild steel bolt into a aluminum housing. So 3 different kinds of metal. Well, I guess technically 2 kinds for this because I'm gonna go down to the aluminum, but you have stainless or aluminum right here into with mild steel. That you don't want to break that bolt off in there. So if your bolt is corroded, either get a new one or wire wheel it and then anti-seize it. This way, if you go back in here later, it'll come right out, no problem at all. Copper anti-seize, in my opinion, is better than this stuff. That's all I have. That's what I'm using, so whatever. And then plug in your connector. I plugged the connector in first before I put this in. It made it easier to plug the connector in. So I would just say, lubricate this, pull the connector out, plug it in, put this in there, press it down with 2 thumbs when it's in there nice and tight and flush. Lubricate your bolt, put the bolt in there, just snug. You don't want to crush the plastic here. There's a brass insert. Technically, yes, there is 3 metals connecting to each other. So anti-seize that, and when that's all done, then you can come back up here and you can get your throttle body put back on. Now, where I'm stuck at is I found out the guy before me did not put a gasket on here. There was no throttle body gasket, and this was all corroded to heck. If you have that issue, regardless, you should replace the gasket. In my personal and professional opinion, if you take it off, buy a gasket, wire wheel this really nicely. Do not use a scraper. Do not use a razor blade. This is aluminum. It is soft. If you gouge it, it's a way for air to get in here that's unmetered from the mass airflow. So I would go out, buy a gasket, buy your sensor, buy some paper towels, and then anti-seize, and then you should have all the supplies you need for doing this. Maybe pick up another Schrader valve cover, and then wire wheel this off really nice, clean up really nice, and then put your gasket on there. And then this, all you do with this is just take it and put it on again. I have bolts now because I can't find studs for it. And then you put your fasteners back on here. I don't know the torque specs. I would just do them snug. You're threading, steel into aluminum. And once that's done, plug it back into your connector here. Take a piece here. If you notice this, let me put this up here so I can show you something quick. This does go on a certain way. If you notice, you have one little, this spline here, then you got 3, okay? You want this on like this. That's the way it's supposed to go. That's how it came from the factory. So if yours sits like this, that is not right. Not a huge deal. It really shouldn't make any bit of a difference, but I believe one side inlet is smaller than the other side. So this is the way it is supposed to be. So just for future reference, in case you forgot, you want to have it like this. Put it in there, tighten it down, push the thing back on there. When you go to start the car back up, it's not going to start away. Cycle the key a few times, crank it over, and it'll probably kick and not fire. Turn the key off, do it again. It takes I'd say about 15 seconds total of cranking to refill the fuel rail up, and then fire the car up, and then you're good to go. So hopefully this helped you out. If you have any questions, let me know. This is very, very easy to do. You do not need to take off the intake manifold. Don't do that. Do not waste all that time and money and other supplies and parts. You don't need to. I had this whole job taken apart, replaced, all that stuff done up to this point in about 20 minutes. And I took my sweet time because I had music on and, I'm out here by myself. So if I can do it, you can do it. And if you have any questions, hit me up. Be glad to help you. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you're still watching this, like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.